Hello, Snakes. My name is Dante, and today we will be talking about MTG Games, and it's Podcast Tuesday. Finally back from my trip. So, yeah. So basically, today, what's it called? Oh yeah, Spellslingers shut down. And well, in case if you didn't know, Spellslingers was a game by Magic the Gathering Wizards of the Coast based on Hearthstone. So it's basically like it was literally a clone of Hearthstone. Yesterday I did a almost 3 hours no, it was 3.5 hours or something, almost 4 hours live stream of the game because it was shutting down. So I actually I streamed it and well now the game's dead. So I mean game's shut down. So yeah, basically this game was like yeah they basically they shut down the game because lack of player base, whatever. Like straight after like the game released or whatever, people kind of forgot about it. Like honestly, there's like it was just it was legit just straight up dead. Like oh my god, like so. But yeah, let's talk about. So we got combo, non-bo, and then we're gonna talk about 10 different games that were cool. You know, just uh before they shut down. Maybe some of them were even running. So yeah, let's go to our combo, and we got Blood Chief Ascension, Mind Crank, and well, Tombstone, or anything that just mills or makes it on loose life. So with this, it's basically infinite mill, infinite life loss. It's just yeah. So all right, now it's time for a non-bow, which I don't know if you know about this, but that doesn't actually work. And now I'll show you. We got Vorinclets and Capricopian. So this Vorinclets allows you to double your counters and half the opponent's counters. However, uh, Capricopian makes it so that Capricopian enters with S +1/+1 counter. So this would double with Vorinclets. However, here's the issue. If um if for 2 mana, if you're getting attacked by the Capricopian, you can put a +1 on counter, and uh, yeah, you can put +1 on counter on the Capricopian, and change the player it's attacking. Like in multiplayer, this is actually powerful. But only the one who's getting attacked by the Capricopian can do this. You know, So yeah, that's basically a non-vote because this will not double the counters you you put on the Capricorn because the opponent is placing those counters. So here's the thing. Because but it's one counter. Don't worry. So since it's one counter, it won't get it won't get it won't get multiplied. You know, just it won't get divided. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's basically the non-vote. Let's go to our number 10. We got a game that was on Xbox and PC. Most games, I mean, not most. I mean, there was a period where the games that were releasing were like Xbox, mainly focused for Xbox and PC. But let's go in. We got Magic Battlegrounds. Magic Battlegrounds was, I mean, on the old Xbox you can still play it, but basically it was basically a real time strategy. So it's basically you create heroes and mages, so just and was so so you could just um so it's basically so it's similar. It has similar like mechanics to Magic, but it's not turn based. It's like you just straight up fight it out. And well, there was a and you have to like hit the uh so yeah, you just have to reduce their life to zero, and well, just like with normal Magic and start to. But basically, sometimes there's like a time limit, and there's also test of endurance as well. So you could like edit. So yeah, there's like a deck, like a spell book basically, and yeah, it was just so yeah, it's basically so yeah, it was basically like a Magic, but like fast paced, whatever. Yeah, and but yeah, it's not like yeah. This came out back in 2003. So wait, yeah, 2003, right? There was yeah, 2003 on Windows and Xbox. That's basically the two platforms you can play this game on. It was just the OG Xbox. So yeah, so yeah, basically this is um yeah, this is like let's go to our number 9 where we got a game that came out only uh in Japan. So yeah, and so this game actually came out in Japan. It's the first like so yeah. We got the Sega Dreamcast Magic the Gathering game. So I watched some. I actually have. I watched some gameplay videos on this game, and so basically this game, it's it came out back in 2001. Only and well, it starts on. No wait, hold on. It was a game only for the Dreamcast. And it came out only in 2000. It came out in 2001, but it was just a Japanese game. It only existed in Japan, and you could play in Japanese only. But for whatever reason, the dialogue was in English. No joke. It was actually the dialogue for the game was in English, but it only existed in Japan in Japanese, and it's basically set in the town of Magic Heart. So, hey, hold on. No, wait, hold on. Source. All right. So, wait, what? Let me just check. Dream. Hold on. Forgot. I don't remember this. Wait. Yeah, on the plane of Celeste in the town of Magikarp. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, and well, it had like it's 5 locations, I think, for like one for each color or something, and the balance tower. So like, and it was basically set around like 5th edition. No, 6th edition. Sorry, my bad. Alliances and Tempest, plus 10 special cards. 10 cards that well used randomized mechanics. So those were like the first actual playable cards that were randomized. You know, that had like the randomized mechanics. So this game was basically it was just like normal Magic, but well, it featured those cards, those sets I told you, and it was and it had like its own lore and characters and well these 10 special cards. Um, Back in 2023 for a Commander Secret Lair drop deck, which was an Angels deck or whatever, they actually added Arden Angel, one of the 10 exclusive cards. Um, so yeah, basically uh, that's so yeah that so that's the Sega Dreamcast game. Let's go to our number 8, where we got a game series, not a game, but well, let's talk about it. Duels of the Planeswalkers. So Duels of the Planeswalkers was a game series. It's and well, yeah. So yeah, basically what so Duels of the Planeswalkers. Let me just check. I don't remember, but there's a bunch of games. Uh, so yeah, it started in 2009 as a PS3, Xbox 360, and Windows game. Actually came like a year and a half later on the PS3, but whatever. And basically, so yeah, this game was so yeah, basically Um, so yeah, this. Let me just check. So yeah, basically, but yeah, there's a bunch of games in this series. So and yeah, let's just. It was basic. So basically, let's explain what it was, and then we'll talk about the games in the series. So this was basically a Magic the Gathering game, just your ordinary Magic the Gathering game, like the like similar to Magic Arena. Like you had those um uh so yeah, basically so similar. So yeah, the shuffling is rigged for the opponent, so it's uh but as soon as you get better, like they actually start rigging less the opponent. But you can like, but I think you could switch that off. I'm pretty sure, but anyways, but yeah, it's basically like an arcade version of the game. It's like you had to buy the game, but actually, but yeah, but it lasted like a few. So it had like its own expansions and cards. So it started like and it had some DLCs, Duel of the Dragon, and yeah, it had like a bunch of different features. And well, it the first sequel was Duels of the Planeswalker 2012, which was released in 2011, like 2 years after this game came out for Windows, Xbox 360, and PS3. And they added more game modes, card decks, more AI opponents, puzzles, and they even added Arch Enemy. So Arch Enemy was actually started in Duels of the Planeswalkers, but then they added a, but then they made it a thing in paper, like they, which had um, yeah, it was only on paper, and no. Well, I mean, they made it on paper, like um, there were like 4 decks or something, and 3 players would have to take down the Arch Enemy, which took one of those decks, and the Arch Enemy deck with double the life. Obviously, you can combine this with Commander for an even greater effect. But I mean, not on Duels of the Planeswalkers, but on paper. I mean, and they brought back Arch Enemy for Nicol Bolas in 2017. But let's just check out those other sequels. So it came back again. Like it got another sequel. Wait, hold on. Where are the other sequels? Because I think so. Yeah, it Duels. So yeah. Wait, hold on. Let me just check. All right, Magic the Gathering video games. Let's just check. So we got oh, 2013 came out, and then for the first time was when they released it on the iPad for the first time back in 2013. So yeah, but only had um but still like 2000. It was released 2012. It's like, oh, but yeah, it was no, never mind. I misread something. So nothing. Just so yeah, 1 year after 2012, they made the 2013 one. 2014, they made another one which introduced sealed. So yeah, but the thing is, in 2014, when they released it in 2013, no, they added it for Android and iOS. So yeah, but well, then the last one was Duels of Planeswalkers 2015. And here's the thing. Well, that one came out in July. But the thing is, it wasn't Magic Duels of Planeswalkers 2014. Oh, no, no, no. No, they actually. No, all of them were like that. Because they released it on PC, Xbox 360, and. Well, yeah. The issue was they didn't. This was the first. This was the last Duels of Planeswalkers games they made. But this was the only one that didn't exist on the that did not release on the PS3, and they released it later on in the Xbox One. So the last one was an Xbox game, but which did not exist on PlayStation for whatever reason. But well, um, but however, when they when they made Duels of the Planeswalkers 2015, let me just check. What about the other ones? Hold on. No, no, no. This was the first one that featured a free trial on on the iPad and well, mobile devices. Because I remember one time I played Magic 2015, and like I was playing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." But then after I finished Innistrad, um, that's it. I finished the game. I had to pay to continue playing, so I straight up deleted the game. Yeah. So yeah, and that's basically, and that's when they stopped making Duels of Planeswalkers, and they just continued it, and they made a different game, which I will talk about later on, because this one's the game that just shut down today, and it is Magic Legends. Magic Legends was a Hearthstone clone, straight up. So the only like this was literally a game which was the aesthetic, everything was so similar to Hearthstone. The only difference is that instead of like having like types of cards, like you'd see like only some cards is like the cards you could only use them if you're a certain class or something. But in this one, it was color based on your spell slinger. In your spell slinger, you can have one or two colors, but some spell slingers allow you to splash an extra color, a few cards of an extra color or condition, whatever. So yeah, and and also for attacking and blocking. In Hearthstone, creatures can attack other creatures or attack the player. However, in Spellslingers, you attack the player and but you can block. So yeah, that game was like, but it was still cool though. Creatures could still block even after attacking, which is also cool. However, creatures had summoning sickness, just like in ordinary Magic. And yeah, no wait, hold on. That I missed. No, sorry, that was spell slingers. Wait, my bad. Sorry, that was spell slingers, which was supposed to be my. Wait, one, two, three. Oh my god. So yeah, sorry, jumped ahead a bit. But yeah, that was spell slingers. But Magic Legends. Let's talk about Magic Legends. This game also shut down. Magic Legends also shut down, but the thing is, it never made it out of the beta. So it was around the same time. So when Magic Spellslingers came out in 2021 in Asia, they released it again in 2022, like the rest of the world. But Legends was was on beta for throughout the entirety of its existence. So it came out. It came out in beta. It was a PC game, and it was supposed to come out to consoles later on, but the game just failed. It was supposed to. This was a Diablo clone. Like it was similar. It was similar to Diablo, that game, but the thing I was getting hyped for that game. I was actually gonna play the game when it drops because it was gonna be free, but it just never left the beta. Like in October of that same year, they shut the game down. So yeah, Magic Legends shut down. Never made to release. Let's go to our number 6. I mean, I've already talked about Spellslingers, which also shut down yesterday. No. Yesterday was the last day. Today it shut down. Sorry. But yeah. Yeah, those were two failed games, but they were still fun though. They were still. Let's just go to number 6. And it is the OG Magic the Gathering arcade game back in 1997, where Chandelar started. So remember, Dominaria was the first Magic the Gathering plane, and for a long time, most things only happened in Dominaria or in its surrounding miniature planes like Wrath or Sarah's Realm or whatever. Just. However, Chandelar was this one game. Was this one plane that came out for the game in 1997, the first Magic the Gathering video game. And if you go on YouTube Gaming, I don't know, but yeah, if you just go into video games for Magic, if you go on like most videos that are of Magic the Gathering, just the OG, just since the card game itself doesn't exist on as a YouTube game, it registers this one, the arcade game. That's why it says Magic the Gathering 1997, because it uses the arcade game, similar to Pokemon. Remember Pokemon, the card game? It came out in 1996 or 1995 in Japan, but well, there was this Nintendo game that came out in 1998, which is based on the card game. So that was actually a different one. So yeah, 1990. But yeah, this was an arcade game. Featured but people call this game Chandelar because it's where it takes place. So yeah, you have to fight enemies, travel there, get cards, and well. But yeah, this was Wait, hold on. No, it was on Windows. Never mind. There was another one which is a rare arcade game. I got confused. Sorry. This was a Windows game actually, and yeah, it was like so yeah, it costed money, of course. It wasn't like multiplayer, but it was still good. It had expansions and well, yeah. They made a duels with wait. They made the duels with planes. Oh, oh darn. Um, they actually had an the an upgraded version of this game, like a definitive version called Duels with Planeswalkers. I did not know that was a thing. So, but yeah, this was a 1997 video game. There was another one which was in nine. There was because in 1997 free. Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. This wasn't the first one though. Actually, this came out in 19 February because Battle Mage came out in January of 1997. But it wasn't an. But it wasn't But it wasn't an actual like Magic the Gathering game. It was like a real time strategy game. Still, it would. But still, it was. It was still good, and well, there was Armageddon, which is the arcade game I was talking about. Sorry, but no, I was talking about the OG game, but I got confused. The game, I thought the game was an arcade game. I never actually played it, but I heard of it. I've seen a bit of like um gameplay and stuff, but I haven't actually. But yeah, it was just so old. But yeah, they people refer to this game as the OG Magic the Gathering game. OG Magic the Gathering video game. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it was a. But yeah, that was basically the 1997 game. Let's go to our number. That was number 6. Let's go to number 4, and we got Magic Duos. When after Duels with the Planeswalkers, the last Magic the Gathering video game came out, 2015. Later on, the next year they made Magic Duels, the original Magic Arena. So the thing is, that game was free. And wait, hold on, was it? Yeah, let me just check. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was free. I remember. Uh, I remember playing. I remember my dad played this one. I was playing Magic 15, Duels of Planeswalkers 2015, and my dad was playing Magic Duos because the thing is, so my dad told me to download Magic Duels one day, and I was like, oh, that seems cool. I go search up Magic Duels on the App Store. I didn't get the original Magic Duels, but no, I didn't get the Magic Duels he was talking about, but I got Magic 15, which is why I played Magic 15. But my dad was playing Magic Duels. It was gonna be called Magic Duels Origins because all of the other ones, ever since like 2012, were based on the core set that came out that year. But Magic Duels came out with Origins, so it was gonna be titled Magic Duels Origins. But well, they changed it to Magic Duels. So it's based on Magic the Gathering, the original game, and it was basically it was on it was on Windows, Xbox One, and on iOS. Oh wait! Now I remember why I couldn't get it. Because I was on Android. My dad had iPhones, and I was always having Android phones, so I wasn't able to play Magic Duels because it was an iOS game. But since I had an Android, I played Magic 15. And but yeah, there was basically it was actually like it had like a story mode, but you could also that was like Origins because it's a story mode based on the origins of the five planeswalkers of the five planeswalkers that exist in the game, like Gideon, as you can see there. I'm assuming since this is Origins, we got Jace, Nisa, um, Liliana, and Chandra. I don't remember, but well, but yeah, that game was cool though, and it had single player and online. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I was right. Yeah, and well, of course, it had like, and there was also two-headed giant as well. So, and you could select difficulties for these opponents, and you could just so yeah, that was like the original version of Magic Arena, and it had Magic Origins until Amonkhet, and well, in 2019 they they didn't shut down the game, they just stopped supporting this game. So basically, you can't download it anymore from the App Store, and you can't buy stuff in game anymore. However, you could still play the game, even matchmaking. So it was like, remember Jump Force, like a few years ago or something. They shut no, not they shut down. They pulled the games from the shop. So like the thing is, so Magic Duels shut down. No, no, not shut down. They pulled the game from the store because Magic Arena came out. It was around because it was around the same time that Magic Arena came out. They pulled Magic Duels out because Magic Duels was um, yeah, Magic Duels would become irrelevant because Magic Arena was officially a thing. So yeah, and but yeah, it was still so yeah, and it was good though. That was actually a good game. And oh, I forgot to mention older jump games. Like older jump games eventually got pulled from the digital shops because the thing is it was a contract or whatever. So like copyright issues because since Jump Force was a crossover fighting game, and well, all the other ones as well were like crossover. So yeah. Anyway, that was basically our number 4. Let's go to our number 3. You'd be surprised to see this one on the list, but I actually enjoyed this one, and it was really fun. Let's go talk about it. Puzzle Quest, Magic Puzzle Quest. So Puzzle Quest it is a game series of mix and match. So like you match. It was like you match. It was a strategy. It was Um, I don't know. So you remember like Bejeweled, Blitz, and all the other type of games? Like, let me just check. So I don't. Yeah, if you go to Puzzle Quest, so Puzzle Quest, so it's a gem. It's basically so yeah, it was so Puzzle Quest. It was a puzzle game. It was tile matching combined with role playing game. So it started like Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords. No, wait, no, it started with Puzzle Quest, and then there was Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords, and it was like, and then there was Puzzle Quest Galactrix, then Puzzle Quest 2, then they made a Marvel Puzzle Quest, then Adventure Time, and on the same year they made the Magic the Gathering Puzzle Quest, and it was it was a mobile, it was a game. So some of them were like mobile games, and someone actually made it to consoles and stuff. So like DS, Xbox 360, PS3. But well, Puzzle Quest was the mobile game. Magic Gathering Puzzle Quest. That wasn't the last one though. They made like Puzzle Quest: The Legend Returns in 2019 because the legend did indeed return, which was Puzzle Quest, and Puzzle Quest 3, which was a Windows and mobile game. In 2022, this was wait. Oh wait, it was a Nintendo Switch game. The Legend. Oh my god, this was the first game, and it got re-released, but for the Nintendo Switch. And it was the Legend Returns. That's why. So yeah. Anyways, Magic Puzzle Quest was actually really good because so so it was good because it had those tile matching, and you could with tile matching you could generate mana to cast the cards you have in your deck. I think that if I remember correctly, the deck could cycle. I haven't played it in a long time, but this was a very fun game though. I was playing it on my phone almost all the time when when I discovered it, and it was really cool. And you just match, play some spells, and like with the mana attack the opponent, and like if you had multiple copies of the same creature, like you'd cast it, and like because there's a limit of 3 creatures, but you could stack the same creature, and it would like it will multiply. But damage was permanent as well. You could hit the opponent, and well, you win by defeating the opponent. But you with matching, you can generate mana, and the thing is, you had like you also had planeswalkers, which would generate stuff with like which had like those planeswalker abilities or whatever. I don't know, but I don't remember exactly. But it was a fun game though, and yeah, live total you could even upgrade them. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, you could. But yeah, it was just a single player game though, and it was fun though. It had like so yeah, and surprisingly enough, I think it never shut down. I don't remember because ever since like MTG Arena came on mobile, then I mean that game just and also I was switching phones, so I mean let me just check puzzle. Oh, let me just wait. Oh my god, it's still there! No way! And they're still updating the game. Oh wow, no way. Not only do they still does it still exist, they still are they're still update. Oh my god. Should I return to this? One day I might stream this game. This wait because this game was actually fun. So that's why it's on the. I put it on the on my number 3. Let's go to number 2, and we got Magic Arena. So Magic Arena was no is probably the biggest Magic the Gathering video game, the most popular. The it's a it's basically a digital version of the game where you can play for free. You can buy you can buy extra stuff. You can buy gems and so yeah, it's so it's basically good. You can for starting the game and like you can pay or you can play for free. You know, like play for free. So it helps with like players who don't play on paper. They can play in an arena and still match. So it's like similar to Magic Duels, and but you can also play in tournaments. So it was also like a a big one. It was but the thing is you could there was no trading feature. It's just a game where you if you purchased, you got purchased from the game itself. You just don't buy singles or whatever. You just buy gems, open packs, and try and get the cards you need. So yeah, this is a very good one. It's very good. It's the one that everyone's playing nowadays, and it's actually cool. Even and yeah, it started in they made the alpha like I don't know 2017 or something like. I remember seeing images for Arena like when I first started playing Magic Gathering, but in 2018 they made the closed beta. Then I remember they dropped the open beta where you were allowed to live stream it. So I was like, "Oh, that's cool." When standard rotations came out, they they made a they reset the beta, removing Ixalan. No, no, not Ixalan. Sorry, Amonkhet and CODZ. And well, later on um later on when they made the rotations again, which is in 2019, they didn't reset the beta because well, that game actually released worldwide in 2019. Now, MTG MTG Arena later on they made a mobile game in no first no in June of 2020 like during COVID and stuff like they actually released it on Epic Games, so you could play it on Mac, and that was actually really cool because back then I had a Mac, so I wasn't able to play it on my Mac before. I had to use a different method, and but then they released it for iOS and Android in 2021. Like, but oh no! I remember. And thing is, in 2020, I think they actually no, I think they actually released Spellslingers back in 2020. Yeah, they no, they released Spellslingers slightly like a few months before the mobile version of Arena came out because I remember they released it and I was like, oh wow. So it actually lasted 4 years. No, not 4 years, 3 years. Sorry, my bad. So it lasted 3 years, and for 2 years it had no update. No, it had updates for 2 years, and in 2023 they stopped updating the game. A few months ago they announced they were going to shut down the game. They disabled purchases, players who played the game on their Wizards account would get 1,500 gems on Arena, and yeah. But yeah, basically Arena was the, and then eventually they started adding more and more, and they're still adding. It's literally the Magic the Gathering video game that exists nowadays, and it's, well, it's gonna be the future of Magic video games probably. But let's talk about at our number one spot, probably the only Magic card game that cannot be surpassed, a Magic video game, and it is MTG Online. Yup. This was a digital version of Magic the Gathering that came out in 2002. Initially, you had to pay $10 to sign up to the game, but they would give you a bunch of cards, like common cards. Well, they removed that entry fee, so now you can pay. Now you can play for free. But here's the thing: this game is an online counterpart to Magic the Gathering. It's literally the exact same as Magic the Gathering, but online. You have your collection of cards. You can buy cards, sell cards, trade with other players, and that's actually really cool. So it's, and I liked it, and you could even so it's, so yeah, it's just, it has its own economy. It's just like similar to how you have Magic Paper, you have Magic Online, and Magic Online has its own events. You can host events. You can have cubes even. Magic Online had its own sets, similar to how Paper had its sets. Like the thing is, Online has every set ever since Judgment, like Judgment onwards. It had every single set except for conspiracy sets and silverboard sets. The reason why it didn't have conspiracy sets is because some draft functions or something would not work well in digital format. So in this digital game, but still, it was still good. It had its, and even Vintage. Vintage is alive online because it's not that expensive to play Vintage in online. But I mean, because in Paper it's so friggin' expensive. You probably know why, but well, in online it's not that expensive because they don't have like a reserve list online, and well, there's no like printing or anything. There's like there's sets that release. You could buy packs. I mean, usually don't. Usually you just buy cards, sell cards, whatever. Um, but like also if you check on my description, you'll see I have a Mana Traders link. You can sign up there and just pay them a bit of money, and you can start renting cards. So you can rent a $200 deck for only $10 a month. I don't know, whatever, but still, just go check them out. They're actually really good. So, but yeah, it's yeah, MTGO. It's just very good. Honestly, I don't see any MTG video game that will surpass MTGO. Only one I'd see is like Arena. I'd say Arena and Online are my top two. They are like the best. There's some other games that exist for Magic the Gathering. They didn't make it to top 10, but I listed the best ones in my opinion, from what I've seen, from what I've played even, and yeah, feel free. If you know any game better than any of these, or if you want to rank these differently, then I'm fine with that. I mean, this is just my opinion. So yeah, maybe you'd rank Arena over Online. Maybe you just put Arena below Puzzle Quest for whatever reason, or maybe you like Legends more than Spellslingers. I don't know. Or, but yeah. Anyways, congratulations, you've reached the end of this podcast. Why don't you like and subscribe and follow Viantre, share friends, stay tuned to video streams and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 4:30 GMT. So stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Tomorrow I'll probably be doing a live stream, but I'm not entirely sure for MTG Online. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and